is that just concussion?
Good.
Okay. Thinking back on that third quarter, Kevin, are you still pretty thrilled with how you guys responded after?
Yeah, I mean, we watched film on some stuff that could get better throughout the whole game. But for the most part, the third quarter was good, but we can't rely on having 50-point quarters, especially when you get down 11-12 in the first half. But it was great to see us respond after having a good first and second quarter. And that's what teams do, man. When you see the guys not playing as well as we want to play, we come out with a lot of energy after halftime, man. It's huge.
How much having back this next stretch here is a bit of a beast, and the depth I'm sure is going to be important.
It was huge, man. It's huge to have him back because we miss having two of our bigs. Mac did such a great job when Zaza and D.West were out. He always stays ready. JaVale played extremely well. Durant played great. But you definitely want more than just three bigs out there. And I think having the rest of our guys back is key. Zaza played great. D.West played great. It's going to take them a couple more games to really get back into the groove of things. They've been out for 2-3 weeks, but they played extremely well last night.
Kevin, you're fit the traditional idea of any particular of the five positions on the court. Draymond could probably say the same thing. Do you take some pride in that, like sort of breaking that mold?
Yeah, definitely want to be well-rounded as a player. It's always been a goal of mine. And just try to fill up the stat sheet, and also do things that don't show up on the stat sheet. So I've been learning and growing as a player, and I think I'm always saying that, but that's always how I approach the game. I'm always trying to figure out small things to do to get better and help my teammates and learn from, like I always say, the veterans on this team, from Zaza to D.West to Sean and Andre. I always try to watch them and take little tips away from them and see how they impact the game without scoring or rebounding or getting steals, just being in the right spots, cutting for your teammates, just small stuff. And along with how I score and rebound and pass the ball, I try to do as much as I can. I know it sounds like it's a lot, but when you're trying to get better, you got to take all that stuff in and get and grow from it.
I think by now your style as your game, and that's fine. Earlier on in your career, did you ever feel like anyone was trying to pigeonhole you more into a position?
Yeah, I wouldn't say that. I think coming into the league, I was I'm still small, but I was very skinny at that point, and coming out of college, I looked like just a guy that could shoot threes, but so I played the two, and I got labeled a scorer and a volume scorer, a guy that gets a lot of shots up. So, I've been called that, so I just try to see if I can, switch my mindset and worry about efficiency, worry about just playing the right way, being patient, being more strategic with what I do, and on both ends of the court. So it's taken me some time to get comfortable in that as a player, but, I just try to focus on just rounding out my game and try to do everything on the court. I'm still not where I want to be, but that's a good part about it.
Kevin, Zaza has some real grief that 4 blocks were his career high, but in all honesty, he did make an impact on that end last night, didn't he?
Yeah, I was surprised he got 4 blocks. Zaza's a position defender, and rim protection is something that he leaves up to the other more athletic guys. But when he adds that to the mix, man, he makes us dangerous on that end because he's such a smart defender. When he's blocking shots the way he did last night, it just only can be great for us. So I'm gonna start, tracking his blocks from here on out and seeing how many he can get. But last night he was amazing.
Did you say anything?
I didn't even know. His defense, helping everybody out, being there, setting the tone for us. To start the game, we played well. In the third quarter, we played well. I think he set the tone on defense.
KD9 Elite. When are they coming out stateside? Can you say?
I can't say because I really don't know the date, but soon I'll be wearing them in the regular season for sure.
Did you see what happened Shaq on Twitter?
Yeah.
Do you have an opinion on that?
Yeah. JaVale he works extremely hard. coming here and done so much for us as a player. He only wants to be respected just like anybody else. And I understand that Shaq works for a company that wants him to do that type of stuff and make fun of the players. It's cool and funny, but when you just keep doing it time and time and time again for no reason, and then a guy actually disagrees with you and you threaten him, I ain't no cops couldn't threaten civilians like that. So, it's definitely childish, but that's what they want from these stars and these retired players is to feud with the guys that's playing now and make arguments and disagreements. But if I was JaVale, I'd feel the same way. It's childish.
Steve said it was, money a little bit.
It has. And I think Shaq wants to make a joke about it, but if it was him in that position, he would feel the same way. You know what I mean? And for you to call him a bum and all this just because you're such a great player, obviously, but still everybody can't beat Shaq. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to make his money and enjoy the game of basketball, and this perception of him now is that he's a dumb player or because he makes mistakes out on the court. Shaq was a shitty free throw shooter. He missed dunks. He airballed free throws. He can't shoot. He couldn't shoot outside the paint. He's bigger than everybody. He didn't have any skill, but he was bigger and stronger than everybody. And he's still a great player, but you had your flaws too as a player. And you played on 5 or 6 teams too, so it's not like you're just this perfect, center. You had your flaws too, so. Like I said, I ain't no cops can go on TV and go on Twitter and threaten civilians like that. And I'm glad you're very challenging.
Did you know?
Yeah, I knew him, and
because I think a lot of people who didn't know him here, I think would say that when they get a chance to meet him, the perception of him is different. And a lot of that comes from stuff that like highlights on TV and stuff.
Yeah, because you don't see when he dunks on somebody or he blocks a shot in the stands or when he catches a lob. When he beats the other big man down court and makes a first layup. You don't see that because they don't put that on Twitter because the perception of him is that he's done. And once you get labeled something in this league, it's hard to shake it. But I'm sure he's changing some people's minds about what he's doing as a player because he's playing so well. And it's not because it's just that he's on a good team. You still gotta put the work in. It's not like he's out there catching those lobs and getting double-doubles when he's starting and changing the games for us. And he's doing that because he put the work in, so respect that man.
Every day almost every day that we're in here, he's studying behind the scenes too that people might not know, right?
Yeah, when you get moved so many times, you got traded a couple times, you could have easily just packed it up and said, look, man, I know what my career is about. I'm a big man that's going to get traded. I might be bouncing around the league. I might get a call here and there, but no, he's like, I'm trying to work. I'm trying to change the perception. I want to be a good basketball player. I still got time left, and you gotta respect someone who does that. So I'm rolling with JaVale any day of the week against whoever. This is on my team, and I know how hard he works. I know what type of teammate he is. So I know I'm talking a lot about it, but that's just how it's supposed to go.
Do you see why Andre was kind of across the face on that play?
I didn't see the play, but anytime you get a technical foul, you'll get upset. Especially Dre, he's not a cuss you out type of guy, especially to the refs. So I understand why he was upset.
All right, guys, I gotta get him off to the next.